Hello. Who is waiting? Okay, I did it through Google Hangouts because it's easier and I want to be in my kitchen and I couldn't bring my desktop down from upstairs to down here. So we're live for Lauren in real life. I thought, should I call it Lauren in real life? No, I need to call it Lauren in real life. Now, where's the chat here? What happens to the chat? Anybody here? Anybody here? Hopefully I see the chat room soon. Anyway, we'll get this sorted. This is my second or third time going live for real. Sometimes I was just testing things out and I didn't really know what I was doing. So I just want to make sure that we're actually live. Yeah, we are. Oh, there's 184 viewers. Where's the chat room? Huh, hello? 189 viewers. Okay, well anyways, I'm here for the next little hour or so. I'm gonna make dinner, I'm gonna eat dinner, we're gonna talk. I didn't like have a plan. I just was like, I have no time to vlog, to shoot, edit, do what I ate in a day, whatever. So this will kind of be like a live what I ate in a day. Got a drink in my hand. It's got vodka, fresh orange juice that I squeezed from an actual orange. Ice, water, and a little bit of lime juice. And I was nervous going live for some reason. If you're in the chat room, say what's up because it says I'm offline. Why? Oh, what's happening now? What do you mean my stream's offline? Hello? I thought I had this all correct at this point. Lauren Total live stream test. Lauren in real life, episode 1. Yeah. Oh, here we are. Oh, now I can see the chat. Oh, God. Oh, God. There you are. Sorry. I'm looking at my stupid Google window. Fuck. Sorry. That was annoying. Okay. Yes. Hello, everybody. Oh, my God. Okay. There you are. Thanks for staying up if it's late. Yes, John's in Seoul, Korea. He's leaving to go to Hong Kong right now tonight. I'm here by myself, amusing myself. We are going to eat dinner. We're going to make it quickly because I'm basically just eating leftovers as usual. Sorry it took me a while to find this chat window. I clearly still don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Who's here? Who's here? So many people. I could answer questions all night long. When are Christmas recipes coming up? Starting December 7th, Carolyn. And then all month will be Christmas recipes. Anyone else having a drink with me? New Zealand's in the house. Katarina made my primavera spaghetti. Was that on what I ate in a day? I literally don't remember anything I make on what I ate in a day. So I forget. Slovakia, Peru, hello. You're doing homework, Tessa. Well, just be on top of that. Don't get any of the answers wrong. Was it Tess or Tessa? It's hard to keep up with the chat. Latvia, Serbia, Arizona. I would drink, but I'm 19. Oh, that's too bad. The drinking age in Canada is 19, not 21. Oklahoma, Croatia. Can I use whole fresh cranberries to make the roast beef tomorrow? Well, I haven't tried it, but I'm sure you can. You might just need to cook it longer so it's less watery. Okay, so what are we eating tonight, everybody? Well, right now in the oven, I hope the sound's okay because right now in the oven is on and it makes a lot of noise. I can probably turn it off. I have some leftover food from recipes that I made for the cookbook. I mean, maybe they'll be in the book, maybe they won't. Maybe they were just a test. Maybe they're not that good. They're good. All right. Getting nice and toasty over here is something. Put it in a dish. Oh, couple of things here. I actually finished 2 recipes today, took photos, finished pretty early. Someone came over, and then I went to yoga at 4:30, so I feel really good, and I'm freaking starving because all I did today was eat coffee and like taste test all this stuff. So I didn't really eat, which is obviously normal for me. Not healthy, just the usual. So let me prepare this, and then I'll reveal to you what it is. Anyone want to take a guess what I'm about to show? This is way more than I'm going to eat. Whoops. Watching this without food is not a good idea. That is true. You should have got your dinner or a snack ready. Oh, yes, I hear you. Oh, Tess said pasta. You are correct. Of course it's pasta. I'll tell you something. I have to have a few chapters delivered for January to the publisher. And the chapter I've finished first, I have one more recipe to do, is the pasta chapter. It's all pasta. All right. This, my friends, is, can you see it? I guess I could tell you whatever. It might not make the book. I don't know. It's a cannelloni stuffed with butternut squash and sage and vegan parm. And I should get a pet ant. That's the funniest comment I've ever seen from Eugene. I should get a pet ant. I'd probably kill it. Butternut squash cannelloni. It's got a sage cream bechamel sauce, the mozzarella on the top, like the homemade one, and butternut squash. Better be some mac and cheese in your book. Obviously. It's a new version. It is Baby Firefly's 2-year vegan anniversary. Congrats. Anyone into this? Butternut squash cannelloni. Why squash and not pumpkin? Well, you could use pumpkin. I just use squash. Where's Snickles? No, this is hot. It was in the oven. Sandy's down as fuck. Of course you are. It sort of matches my drink. All right. Course number 1. Am I going to celebrate Thanksgiving tomorrow? No. I celebrated preemptively to shoot our YouTube challenge, our Thanksgiving challenge, if you haven't seen it, on Hot for Food Blog's YouTube channel. So I'm pretty sick of Thanksgiving food because we had a lot. Your grocery bill must be bonkers for the book. Who said that? Yeah. I'm trying, well, I am keeping track because I do have a budget. I don't know what it's at. I haven't counted the receipts. Do a chicken scampi. What's that? Scampi's some type of shrimp. Best idea to use Miyoko's vegan mozzarella. This is my own homemade mozzarella, if you recall, from the margarita pizza. So that's in the book. And you're going to use it many different ways. There'll be lots of things, and you'll use them different ways. That's the whole, well, that's not the whole point of the book, but that's kind of the point of how I cook. Who do you give your recipe testing food away to? Asked Alyssa. Mainly John's sister, Ada. She lives close to us. She's been coming by most of the time because she works later in the evening, so she can come during the day. Also my friend Lorena, who you might have seen in my vlogs. My publicist Tiffany. That's mainly who's gotten the food. Oh, what's the actual difference between squash and pumpkin? Said Kimberly. Well, this is a butternut squash, like that one that looks kind of like a penis, like it's long and then it has a ball at the end. A pumpkin in North America is like what you make for Halloween, like a pumpkin. But then there's like a Japanese pumpkin, which I think is like kombucha squash, which looks almost like an acorn squash. Some have more water content than others, I think. I don't know this for sure, but it seems like that from cooking them. Pumpkin, I find, has very little water content. Lily is a Lizard said, I just finished my opening night of a musical. Whoa, cool. Where? What's it called? Hopefully I see your reply. I might not, but that's really cool. Congratulations. When are you going to come to London? London, England, right? Sahil? Well, I went there once and it was amazing. I went to go interview people at the Brit Awards a long time ago, and I spent like 8 to 10 days there by myself. It was so much fun. So I'd like to go back with John because it would be really fun to do more vegan eating there, but I did do vegan eating. I was vegan when I went, and I found it so easy. Have you meditated today or lately? Asked Delphina. Well, funny enough, lately I have been meditating every day for at least 20 or so minutes because I've been doing the Deepak Oprah 21-day meditation, which is over in a couple days, but I'm behind. So I have been, and I found it definitely helped with doing all this stuff for the book and like feeling not like panicky during the day. Today, though, I didn't meditate because I had to get up early because someone was coming to pick something up, and then I just started cooking. And then I got so much done. I've had a really good attitude today, not tired, went to yoga. So I didn't meditate, and I had a really good day. Whereas for the last 4 weeks or so, every day I didn't meditate, I would like have a tizzy, and every day I did meditate, I would be fine. So rule of thumb is probably I should meditate. Today was a weird occurrence. Elisa's doing the Deepak thing as well. This is a good one because it's all about relationships. So I decided I should better do this one. Uh-oh, someone tried to make potato waffles, stuck all over the place. Did you oil the waffle iron? Did you put too much in? Did you put your potatoes in pretty dry, like no liquid? Xavier said, I never meditated and I want to start. Well, I suggest you go to my YouTube channel, Xavier, and check out my recommended playlist, because in that playlist are a number of meditations, as well as just sort of like videos of Abraham Hicks talking, which I meditate to. You just sit there and listen. It helps you be present and focus on the words that they're saying that make you feel like more empowered and stuff. Try that. I mean, you don't have to do any of those videos, but I just like going on YouTube and finding meditations and seeing what I like and then saving those videos. And hopefully you guys find some use from them too. Jill said, are you engaged secretly? I think that you are. No, I'm not engaged. If I was, you would know. I'm trying to snag me an awesome man. A girl can dream and manifest. Sorry, I have a cold and it's hard for me to speak. Okay, Elisa. Oh my God, it's Lauren Toyota. Someone said. Elisa, yes, you can manifest love, but so you should listen to Abraham Hicks talk about manifesting love and a partner. And you should read Marianne Williamson, Return to Love, and Enchanted Love, which are the 2 books I recommend in my recommended spiritual books video. And that's all I'll tell you. The secret's in there. Ah, Jordan, sup, Elisa? Oh my God. Matchmaking on YouTube Live, please. Okay. This is pretty good. I want to move on to the second dish, though. I can't believe you said my name. I'm crying. No, don't cry. It's okay. Juliet said, are you getting excited for your book? I'm sorry you're stressed out. It's like this constant thing of like, sometimes I'm really excited. I am really excited in general. But it's so much work. And whenever I have to do things, even though I'm somebody who does a lot of work, is very productive, is very self-motivated, and everything looks great from the outside. On the inside, I'm usually having a panic attack or trying to sabotage myself in a way. I also work better under pressure. So even though on one hand, I'm like, I wish I had a year to do all this stuff, and I only really have 5 months, in actuality, it's all happening the way it's supposed to. because I work better under pressure. And so the 5 months, that's friggin' tight, but I kind of work better that way. And so some days I'm just like, fuck this. I suck at cooking. I don't know what I'm doing. Why am I doing this? This is the stupidest thing I ever agreed to. And then other days, like today, for instance, and I've had a few of these days, I'm like, I'm fucking genius. I know how to make anything. I'm awesome at taking photos. Whatever. So it's always like up and down. It's so bipolar or whatever. And so the cookbook comes out. Everyone's asking, sorry. The cookbook comes out February, March of 2018. Does this count as a mukbang? I think so. Don't you? So yeah, it's not coming out for a year. But I have to have everything to them starting January. And I'm gonna give them like 3 chapters in January, 2 more chapters in February, and then the whole thing by the end of March. That way they can start early on designing and laying everything out. And it's super cool because, I mean, I think I can tell you the publisher. I sent my contract back with my signature on it, so I'm pretty sure I can. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you. I am working with 10 Speed Press, which is an imprint of Penguin Random House. So they're a US publisher, and they're an imprint of Penguin Random House, which is one of the biggest publishers. So we have all that distribution manpower behind us. I'm glad your kitchen is a mess. My kitchen is a full disaster right now. Okay, and yeah, so that's, oops, sorry. And so that's who I'm working with. I have some of their books upstairs on my shelf, but I forgot to bring them downstairs. They did this really cool book called Spritz, which is a really nicely designed book all about cocktails. They did the Blender Girls book. Tess Masters is her name, I think. Bunch of other type of vegan books, but they don't just do vegan books. They do all kinds of cookbooks. So anyways, that's that. Did you get an advance? Yeah. I'm not going to get into details about this because this is not the time nor the place, and I do not feel comfortable discussing those matters right now, but I did get an advance. And the way my deal works is, maybe I'm not supposed to be talking about this, but this is pretty typical stuff. When you sell books, it's advance against royalties. Maybe not in all cases, but it's pretty typical. So basically I have to sell enough books to make up my advance before I receive royalties. So I don't know if that's a thing, but that's what I'm doing. Okay. All your hard work is totally going to pay off, said Carly. Thank you, Carly. You are correct. It will, as it always does, as it always has. And I'm just trying to not be someone who works hard, who's like, this is hard, I'm so stressed, blah, blah, blah. I'm like trying to be present and I'm trying to be creative. And I am, and I feel like my creativity, like again, when I'm grounded and centered and I meditate in the morning and I start the day off on the right foot, then everything goes very smoothly. And I feel like the recipes just like flow out of me and come out of me in a way that I'm just like, what? And then sometimes when I'm super attached and like really trying, or I'm like, oh, I have so much to do, blah, 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 the recipes don't work out. So you can apply that to anything that you're doing. Okay. I know you have to wait a long time for the book. It'll fly by. Do you know how quickly 2016 flew by? My book will be out in no time. Plus, pretty sure pre-orders are like early summer next year. So basically it'll make you feel like you have it already. And in the meantime, which is insane, we'll be releasing YouTube content, which is like a whole other, basically 52 recipes on top of that next year. So it's nuts. Any pre-order specials from Hansy? I know Hansy from somewhere. YouTube comments or something? Yeah, probably some pre-order specials. Don't you worry. I'm so glad you're all excited about the book. Will your book have substitutes? Or do you mean gluten-free substitutes? because I don't think it's going to have any gluten-free substitutes. Well, it will in some cases, but I'm not specializing in that. Is it okay to force yourself to meditate? Mm-hmm. You basically have to do that to start. And for the first little while, you'll be like, what's happening? I'm not doing it right. No such thing as doing it right. But you could have different methods, whether you do a guided meditation where someone's speaking to you, that way you focus on their voice, you focus on what you're supposed to be doing. Or like Deepak's meditations are called mantra meditations, so you repeat a mantra in your head silently the whole time, unless it floats away and you forget it, but that's all you focus on. So you're not focusing on like, what do I have to do today? Oh, I forgot to feed the cat, blah, 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 all that crap. You're supposed to like let those thoughts come in because they're going to happen, and then don't get frustrated that they're coming in because that's how your brain works. And then you just acknowledge that thought and you go, okay, and you go back to the mantra or you go back to the guide or whatever. I'm eating butternut squash cannelloni, but I'm going to move on. Someone asked when I first started cooking. Gabby. I went vegetarian when I was like 12. And even before that, I started making my own food because I was very picky. So somewhere in around 10 years old, maybe. Which that's interesting now that I think about it. Just going to note that. Okay, how do I keep up constant motivation? Well, I don't have constant motivation. That's the whole thing. I'm just like you. I'm just like other people who are like, fuck, I don't want to do anything. I do it though. Like sometimes I'm just like, I don't want to do this right now. And then those are the days that I just can't do it and I don't do it and it's fine and I can't stress about it. Well, when I say this, I mean like cook and take photos. Sometimes, like last couple of weeks I was sick and I was just like, I have to rest because this is my body telling me that like I'm not in the right headspace and all this shit. So who's 102? So it's not about having constant motivation, but I do have a lot of motivation, and I think that, what was I gonna say? I think that, hello, I just lost my train of thought. Oh, thinking about the big picture is how I have motivation. And this visualization thing that I talk about all the time. So even in my most unmotivated states, I have a vision of the book finished, or my life, or going on a trip, or whatever. And it's those big picture visions that I'm not even anywhere close to that I have to keep in mind, that I have to, when those images pop into my head, go, oh yeah, think about it for another 5-10 minutes to get myself back there. Because it's happened and now you're just going to manifest it. So like the best thing to keep in mind, in my case, my cookbook's done. It's finished. It's awesome. Now I just gotta like not really do that much, just do what I do and everything else takes care of itself. And it will be probably better than I'm picturing it. And you just have to be like, it's done. Once you imagine it and talk about it and start making it happen for yourself, it's finished. So stop worrying about how it might not work or it's gonna suck or whatever, because it's not. You've already thought of the final amazing product or whatever it is, outcome. So just, my tag's sticking out. So just know that it is done. Okay, that was a really bad hand sign that I should not have done, sorry. It is done, it's off, it's out there. Okay. Let's make the next dish. I'm super high up because I put the computer on this thing so you could see what I'm doing. Hello, okay. So in this pot right now, today I will tell you I made the best fucking ramen broth ever. Well, I started it yesterday. So this is leftover ramen. And we're gonna add more to it because it's so good. You don't even know, but you'll know when the cookbook comes out because this is definitely going in the cookbook. So we're just going to get it hot. These were left over from the photo. Just throw those in there. Look, it's like what I ate in a day live. I need that music. Do, 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 do. You got to get your ramen broth nice and hot. Then I made, okay, so I'm not like a technical person. I made like sort of like a cutting corners version of ramen, but it's so good. It definitely has the layers of things happening. So there's another little paste stuff that you put in the bowl, then you pour the hot broth over top, and you put the stuff on it. And we're gonna cook up right now. This was not in the photo, but I bought it thinking I would use it. I used something else. Air fried tofu, which you can find at Asian markets. These are the best. Basically, these are the things that come in pho, and they're just like airy. Like I don't even, you could never make this at home, or I wouldn't know how to. If anyone knows how, let me know. So we're gonna heat those up because I want those in my ramen. Did someone ask you if you want to make a cookbook, or did you organize it yourself? Right. Remember my whole thing about I don't want to make a cookbook and all that business? Well, that was true. And then I got a call from the publisher, the main publisher from Penguin Random House. And they were interested in making a book with me. And I had a meeting with somebody high up there and had a very good, candid conversation. I basically said, I don't know if I want to make a book. It kind of seems redundant. It seems like a waste of time. Like literally I said everything I've said on YouTube. This woman was really great. Anyway, having that conversation was what I needed. And then when I left, it got me thinking sort of more strategically and being like, no, I should have a book. It's like, and if it's going to take a year to friggin' come out, then I better get working on it because I don't want it coming out in 2020. I might not even be on YouTube in 2020. We might even be alive in 2020. So I'm just kidding. But anyway, it got me thinking, and then I really felt deep down inside, I have to do a book. I want to do a book. I'm going to do a book. It is done. So I started working on the pitch or the proposal based on this woman's guidance. And she kind of showed me some other pitches and proposals so I could get an idea of what I needed to do and this and that and the other thing. And then I pretty much, again, channeled the energy of the universe, created a pitch in like record time that I loved, then had a vision of what I wanted my book to look like, kind of. That's changed a little bit. And then I was like, oh, I guess I'm making a book. Sent it off, started work. She started like talking about it with all her people, offered me a deal. And then at that exact moment, an agent called me. She emailed me, Sally Eckes, and she was like, it was like a different email. I've gotten book offers, I've gotten emails, I've talked to publishers, I've gotten emails from agents, managers, all kinds of people, and I'm like, ignore, this is weird, this is spam, whatever. This girl, woman, amazing woman, Sally, called me at the exact right time. Divine timing, it is a thing. I had a phone conversation with her. I was like, this is my girl. She worked a different, slightly better deal with the American publisher, which was the imprint of Penguin Random House. Got me a better deal. Bang, bang, boom, here we are. It was all divine timing. Again, not planned. I didn't even want to do a book. I was like, fuck that. Anyway, here I am. Sorry, I don't mean to make it sound like I'm a brat or something and like it was super easy, but I'll tell you this, it was easy because I wasn't super attached. And it's that attachment to things that makes you be like, it's like when we were talking about finding a partner, like that girl on here who wants to find a man. When you're all attached and preoccupied and like clingy and like, I have to have this has to happen. How am I gonna make this happen? That's when shit doesn't happen because you're so wrapped up in the details of how it's supposed to happen. And I was just like, I don't even want to make a book, so I didn't even know how it was supposed to happen. And everything just lined up And I took that as a sign, and I was like, I guess I have to do this because it feels right. I have this deep knowing that it feels right. I don't know why I feel like it is all of a sudden, but I might as well go with it. And then now I'm really glad that I did, and this is the hard part. So in my case, getting the deal and the agent and all that stuff was very easy, and it felt very right, and it was easy. I'm having a little bit of a harder time with the actual creation of the book, and I'm trying to get back to a centered place in which it feels easier. So that's where I'm at. Today felt easy, other days don't. And you know what? You can have both and whatever, but I completely agree about the attachment thing. Side note, I'm not clingy. Well, I didn't mean clingy like when you're in the relationship and you're clingy, but you might be clinging to the idea that, like, I'll be happier when I have a man. See, that's a clingy, attached idea, because you need to be. This is not my words. This is all the stuff that I've read. Oh crap! My really good point that why I'm like so distracted. The clingy idea. Oh yeah, you need to be happy now, not when you get the man. So then when you're happy now and you're not even thinking about a man and you're like, I love my life, I'm eating pizza every day. Then the man comes and you're like, what? That was so easy. Because you weren't clinging to the idea that your life will somehow be better when you get the thing that you want. And that is what Abraham says. I did not make this up. Abraham says it, and then I just believe it, and I know it to be true. And it is true. That's how I met my man when I wanted to be free of relationship. Exactly. Banana ninja. Okay, so the ramen is a little not correct because I heated up the leftover broth that had the what they call tear in it. That's not what I'm calling it because I'm not authentically like a ramen maker, but like the paste that you put in the bowl that you don't heat up that contains things like miso that you're not supposed to get super hot. You would normally put that in the bottom of the bowl, put the hot broth over top. But mine got a little bit speckly because I heated up that stuff. And you're not supposed to do that. So, oh, I'll show you what I mean. Why is she so energetic right now? Yeah, I don't know. Today I had a good day. Because, like, you've seen me in my vlogs. I'm like, well, last vlog I posted was probably the worst I've been in the last 2 months. And I post that weekly vlog. And literally, I was sick. I felt like shit. I was tired. I was, like, so down and depressed. And now I'm fine. And also, I like talking about this stuff, so I get very excited. And I literally talk to nobody all day, so this is exciting for me. I talk to myself in my head, which probably makes me go crazy. Okay, so this stuff, secret sauce, goes in. I'll show you. Okay. This is how you normally do it. You put some of that in there. Then you put some of the broth in, but mine's a little bit muddled right now. Then you stir that up. Then you put the rest in. Oh! And now, let's assemble. I'm just going to put some cabbage. And this is all left over from the shoot today. Oh! We didn't heat up the tofu. I really want the tofu, so let's do that now. Okay. It does look like peanut butter. Mm-hmm. But it's not peanut butter. Okay, we're just doing this air-fried tofu. It has miso in it, but not and some other things as well. Okay, so I'm sorry you're having a crappy day, and I'm glad this is making you feel better. I had so many crappy days. I'm having a good day. Who knows what will happen tomorrow? I am making ramen, Laura. So this ramen is from the cookbook. I made it today. It's friggin' amazing. Well, I started making it yesterday because it does take a while. started making a broth yesterday, so it'd be ready today. It's totally worth the effort. It's really not that complicated. What's your favorite cookbook? Said Shania. The Love and Lemons cookbook. I mean, I don't know if this is my favorite cookbook ever, but it's my favorite cookbook as of late and probably in the last little while because I don't really look at any cookbooks. But the Love and Lemons cookbook is gorgeous. And it makes me not jealous because I love the book and I love the blogger and the author. But it makes me like, oh, if only I could make a book that's like half as beautiful as that. Okay, so that's my goals. What is a good water bottle to use? The Swallow bottle, of course. I lost my gold one at my friend's house. So now I have a Vega one. I have a lot of these. Where did you find the tofu in Toronto? I'll tell you where I found this. At Freshco over on Dundas and like around Roncesvalles. We have a very big Asian population in Toronto, so they sell specialty Asian foods at regular grocery stores. I'm just going to heat it up in this pan. It's like a marshmallow. Sarah is spending her anniversary on the couch eating soup, watching me with your partner? That's cool. Happy anniversary. Freshco, what? Yeah, Freshco at the back. Not where the other tofu sold. They have like another secret tofu section at the back, almost like where the dairy products are. And there was even vegan wonton wrappers, which you could use for pierogies or wontons instead of making the dough from scratch like I tell you to. I found those at Freshco as well. Did I have a job as a teenager? Sorry, I keep seeing the same people's comments, like the same people I only noticed. I'm sorry. I worked at Shoppers Drug Mart for a while. I talk about that in a video. It's pretty funny, actually. Yeah, that stuff gets pretty hot pretty quickly. If I could eat one thing forever, what would it be? Asked Ashley. Well, ramen is a pretty good one. I'd probably get super bloated from all the salt. How is that tofu different? It's air fried. It's like super big, floofy in the middle. It's the kind that you get like at the pho restaurant. It's so good. Is John creating recipes for the book? No, I'm authoring the book because John has his own business that he runs. Ain't nobody got time to make a book. And I don't know if you guys know this, but for the most part, I make all the recipes. The exception being like the challenge videos. John shoots the videos, but for the most part, I create all the content and everything because this is my job. And it's his like part-time job. I don't really know how to describe that. So he will have some aspect of the book, which I won't tell you what. He'll be in it. But it's like basically like authored by me because I'm authoring it and I'm doing everything. Okay. Do swell water bottles make your water taste metallic? No, I haven't found that to be. I thought you're anti-cookbook. Well, I was. But I noticed there was quite a big demand for a cookbook, to be honest, with you guys out there. And it's a smart business move on one hand because both cookbooks still sell right now. They're still great marketing tools and all these other things. And I feel like it's the right time. This is not to say that I will forever be a cookbook author, although I might. I don't really know. I figure I might as well strike while the iron is hot, as they say. And I felt motivated to do it when I was offered the opportunity. Oh, I hope I say your name right. Ludmila. Is your book going to be available in South America? So I'm not quite sure about how this is going to work. The book for sure is available in all of North America at the same time and possibly the UK. But then I don't really know how the rest of the world works. And I don't know if it's based on how successful it is in North America. Unfortunately, I don't know those details and I don't really know. So I hope, and when I know, I will tell you. it's just so weird how like something like that, there's still borders involved. It's like, why, if you're gonna order on Amazon, can't you just get it anywhere? And maybe you can, but maybe you just might have to pay a lot for shipping. I don't know. I don't know yet, so I'm sorry, but I will tell you when I do know. Okay, so here we have the ramen. This is a lot of ramen. With the chopsticks, the book doesn't come out till February or March of 2018. 2018, marketing your future calendar. Okay, it is a physical book, yes. There will be an ebook version, I would assume. But did you know that nobody wants an ebook? Ebook sales are super low in comparison to the actual physical book. I have not been to the Good Rebel in Toronto yet, but I have been meaning to go as it's not that far from where I live. Socially, how do you deal with comments on your food? Like if right now you were like, ew, that looks disgusting. Anyways, no one says that about my food now. When I was growing up, they did, and it hurt me deeply. But who cares? There's a bug in my bowl. No, there's not. If the book doesn't come out for a year, why do you have to finish so many recipes? Because I have to have everything to them by March 30th. Like 100 recipes, all the photos, all the writing, everything. Because it takes a long time to print the book. Like I think 6 months is just printing alone overseas. Then, and let's not get into all the environmental issues around that, okay? That's not something I'm really that concerned about at this time. But I can see how your mind would wander there. But that's just how books are made. And again, maybe we'll never make one, but we're gonna make one for now. So 6 months just for printing alone. Amazon shipping for books is pretty good, said Danielle. I wouldn't worry about it. Okay, that's cool. Thoughts on the DAPL? I don't know what that means. Tell me what DAPL means. And back to, oh yeah, so the printing is 6 months and then they have to design it. So back timing that, they need 15 months lead time, which is why I have to have it in so frickin' fast. Marie said, how do you and John manage time together considering your schedules? Well, that's just it. The only time we spend together is when we're shooting off our food videos. Truth be told, that has literally been this entire year. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it's very frustrating. We have our own issues around that, as every couple does. Oh, the Dakota Access Pipeline. Okay. Well, I don't know where they're at right now. I'm so sorry what's going on in the news. Can we look it up? Of course, I don't think it's a good idea. Of course, some of the phenomena that's been happening around there is so powerful and important, and I really feel like people have been coming together in a really big way. But I don't really know currently the outcome, because were they not going to make a decision on this last week? Uh-oh. Officers doused Dakota Access oil pipeline protesters in sub-freezing weather. Ugh. Doused protesters in water? Ooh. If you know me and you watch me, you know I'm not very good at keeping up on the worldly events. This is so good. Yeah, people are getting hurt from this. 17 people are in hospital. But what's the decision? They're building the pipeline, right? It is being built. Construction of the 3.8 billion pipeline is being protested. Yes, we know this. But what's the status right now? Anyway, there's lots of crazy stuff going on in the world right now, as there is always. This is ramen, homemade ramen. So fucking good, to be honest. See, air fried, so good. I just use ramen noodles. They're wheat noodles that have some, I don't know, really nothing in them. They didn't have egg. They were dry. I didn't cut the noodles. What do you mean cut them? I didn't cut them. I put them in whole, but they've been sitting in the broth for a while, so they might have broke. No, these are ramen noodles. Wheat ramen noodles. Eggless. Karen, what does tofu taste like? Have you never had tofu? I love tofu. I did not air fry it. I bought it this way, for those of you just joining. Oops, I dropped it on the floor. It's amazing. At the grocery store, right close by to me. Yes, shout out to all the vegans celebrating Thanksgiving tomorrow. I hope you're bringing some tasty treats for all your friends and family. Oh, biting the noodles with my teeth. Oh. I'm trying not to be totally disgusting. Huh. Who will take care of us when we get old if we don't have babies? Is that a serious comment? Because I think you should not have children so that you have someone to take care of you when you're older. That is the wrong reason to have kids. Sorry, I'm not trying to be controversial. That's just me. Yes, they do have it at T&T, but when I found it at Freshco, I was like, I don't need to go all the way to T&T. It would be a nightmare. Just so busy. Wait, there was a good question. Am I going to pick it up, the tofu? I guess I should. Snickles will eat it. I mean, I'm going to eat it. I'm just going to wash it later. Yay, Kriska is bringing the vegan roast beast. Yes, serious, I don't want kids either. Oh, the girl that actually said that comment doesn't want kids. Then you were being sarcastic like I was being. Okay. What do I do other than YouTube? I make recipes and I put them on YouTube. And then that's what I do. That's my job. And now I'm making a cookbook because of it. Tanya, how old is your cat and will you ever get a dog? Snickles is 13, which is a senior. And I love dogs. I've never had a dog. I've only had cats growing up. So it's not very instinctual for me to be like, let's get a dog. I think they're definitely a lot of work and it's unfair to have a dog if you can't take care of it. And I want the freedom to be able to travel. And I think having a dog makes that a lot harder. Because it's like, come feed my cat, it's fine. Come take care of my dog, that is like, basically it's a child. It's like, hey, take care of my baby while I go away. Nope. Karen just became vegan because she got pregnant. Amazing. Karen. If you're looking for information on vegan pregnancy, follow Erin Ireland and Jillian Harris. And, oh no, not Jillian Harris, I lied. Erin Ireland and Ashley Ray of Sunshine. Her name's Ray of Sunshine on Instagram, I think. Anyway, they both did vegan pregnancies and they're vegan. And Erin Ireland's website, erinireland.com, I think, or is it todiefor.com? She has amazing blog entries and all this kind of stuff, so it's really good. Do you ever think or worry about when Snickles will pass away? Yes. Black Phoenix, always. And then I start crying. And I want to die. Christina loves Erin Ireland. Erin Ireland's amazing. Follow her on Instagram. She has a TED Talk about why we should eat vegan. She's so cool. Her Instagram's awesome. And we used to both work in television. And I have yet to really run into her in real life in Vancouver since we both started working in this kind of food space. And she became vegan more recently, maybe in the last year. Have I been to the Toronto Cat Cafe? Yes, I went when it first opened. I didn't think it was still open. Snickles is not gonna die. Never gonna die. He's gonna live forever. I cry thinking about my dog dying. I know. Don't think about it. I always say to John, I'm like, when I'm like snuggling Snickles, I'm like, what about when Snickles dies? And then I start crying. Oh my God. Am I still watching the show Easy on Netflix? Well, I finished that a long time ago, so I'm not watching anymore. What did I watch on Netflix recently? I watched That Awkward Moment, which I have already seen, but I watched it again because I am in love with Miles Teller. And one night I went to bed early, but I couldn't sleep, and I spent all night watching friggin' Miles Teller clips on the internet, like interviews with Jimmy Fallon. And then I started stalking his girlfriend, who is a swimsuit model, and I started looking at her on Instagram, and there's pictures of them together all over the place. And it was a complete downward spiral, and it was awesome. How did I come up with the name Snickles? Well, I adopted Snickles from my old boss from the TV show I worked at in Vancouver, and she had already named it Snickle Fritz, him Snickle Fritz. And she always called him Sneakers. She always do that. So obviously I wasn't going to change his name because he was already 3 years old when I got him. Oh, and so back to Miles Teller. Bleed for This looks amazing. Go watch the trailer. It's his new movie. He's ripped. He lost like so much weight, and he's like ripped. I was like, oh my God, but he looks disgusting because he has this mustache. But anyway, yeah. Carlos, this is the latest comment. Would you go back to Much Music? Hell no. That time has come and gone, my friend. I spent a long time there. Did what I had to do. Here I am. And they would never want me back either. I'm too old. Or something. I don't know. No, I'm done with that. Harley Ann, do you miss Oshawa? Sometimes. I went to Durham College in Oshawa, Ontario. And it's awesome. It has such a cool scene. Some of my friends still live in that area, Pickering, Ajax, Whitby. So sometimes I go back to that area, but I haven't been to downtown Oshawa in forever. The last time I went was a couple summers ago to the Oshawa Beer Festival, and it was so fun. Mary Beth says, I'm obsessed with Miles Teller and how fucking obnoxious he is. Yes. Did you see the Vanity Fair article? I also spent all night staring at those photos, which I posted on Insta Story. There's one of him shaving and he's shirtless. I literally don't even care that much about celebrities, but Miles Teller I am in love with. Oh, and then just whatever. I like started watching Jimmy Fallon clips, which I don't have cable, so I don't watch Jimmy Fallon. You just watch it online. And I forgot how much I love Jimmy Fallon. And so there's interviews with Miles Teller. He's been on the show like 4 or 5 times every time he has a movie. And then, you know how it recommends stuff on the side? There was this really cool interview with Nicole Kidman. And they tell this story about how Nicole Kidman went on a date and liked Jimmy Fallon and went over to his apartment. And Jimmy Fallon didn't know it was a date. And he was such a lame-o and ruined it. And he like realizes in this moment as she's telling the story, he's like, I could have had a chance dating Nicole Kidman. What? And they're so embarrassed and they're hilariously like being awkward and like they have sexual tension, and it's so funny. I haven't been amused by celebrities that much in a long time. I sound like an old person who's like, have you seen that interview with blah, blah? But like literally, it was so funny. And like I got distracted from cooking and doing work and actually just watched that for like half an hour. It was really good. What'll I cook tomorrow? Asked G. Well, G, on the docket tomorrow is more noodles, and it's a soba noodle dish. That's all I'll say. And there's some Chinese broccoli in it, another Asian-inspired dish. There's like 3 Asian-y dishes in the book. Have I been to Lettuce Love Cafe in Burlington? Yeah. And Kelly owns Kelly's Bake Shop as well. Does John ever get jealous of Miles Teller? I don't think so. But you know how sometimes you like start thinking about fantasies and you're like, I was like, what well, here, this is a stupid story, but this is literally my brain. So I'm going to LA next week. And my mind runs off on these tangents all the time. So this thought popped into my mind of like, what if I saw Miles Teller in Los Angeles? Like, as if that would happen. And then we saw each other. And at this point, I'm thinking I could actually get with Miles Teller because he doesn't seem like that crazy of a celebrity. And I didn't know he had a girlfriend. And I'm like, oh, he's like a normal dude. Like, I totally feel like I would know him in real life. His girlfriend is so smoking fucking hot, and her boobs are like this big. And when I saw her, I was like, oh, I have no chance in hell getting with Miles Teller. But you know when you think you actually could maybe like work it? So that thought ran through my head for like 5 minutes. And then I was like, I would call John, and I'd be like, you know how you have like the one, what's it called? Like the person that you're allowed to sleep with in the relationship if you ever actually get the chance. He would obviously be my person. And then I would like call John and I'd say, it's actually going to happen. You have to let me do it. And then I realized that would probably cause a lot of problems. Anyways, that happened. That was like a split second, like fantasy hall pass. Thank you. And it all went away as soon as I saw his girlfriend Kaylee on Instagram. I was like, oh my God. And you know, Miles Teller can only get a girl like that because he's famous. Miles Teller's hot, and I'm sure he's hilarious and sweet and amazing. But if he was just like a regular dude from Florida, which is where he's from, he would not be dating a girl that looks like Kaylee. Elisa said, I never catch live streams. Well, I don't really live stream, but I'm going to start if you like this because I don't have that many, what am I saying? I'm reading all your comments. Jason Momoa is my fantasy, said Squirrely Shirley. I interviewed Jason Momoa once, and it was so intimidating, and I was like, oh my God, like he's totally not my type, too big and intimidating. Then when I was next to him, I was like, you're so hot, and he's so sweet, and he seems very gentle and nice. But he's dating Lisa Bonet, or married to Lisa Bonet, and she's awesome. And did you know that they're in Newfoundland? My friend, whose boyfriend lives in Newfoundland, and she's visiting him now for the whole, like for 3 months. They live near them in Newfoundland while they're there shooting that show. Okay, back to whatever the heck I was talking about. Oh yeah, I might start live streaming every week on Wednesdays now if you like it, because I don't have time to shoot and edit vlogs doing all this cookbook stuff. So this might just have to happen for the next few months, couple months, if you like it. I think this is good though. I mean, obviously not that many people can tune in to watch live, but if people watch it later, that might be cool. It just is like, you don't even know what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to have to remember what I talked about and then put it in the comments. Love the realness of live stream, but hard to engage in conversation. True, but we're having a more engaging conversation than if I posted a vlog and you left comments, because I barely even get to the comments again because I don't have time, and I'm sorry. I try to do my best, and I try to respond to Facebook messages and all these things, but anyway, this is very interactive, and it's cool. But you like what I ate in a day better. I know, the dang what I ate in a days. My what I ate in a days would not be good working on this cookbook because I don't eat, and I just taste test my food, and I can't reveal everything I'm making. And so they wouldn't be very good. Would you not consider this a mukbang? I thought it was. I'm eating, we're talking. Bye, Tanya. Thank you for watching. I'm eating ramen that I made. It was so good. If you missed the preparation of that, you'll have to scroll back and watch later. I have gone to Ottawa 2 summers ago when I did a speaking engagement at Algonquin College for the whole Frosh Week. You ate floofy tofu with me? That's cool. So I went to, oh, it's all on the blog, hotforfoodblog.com in the travel section, which I don't do anymore. But you have this other place in Ottawa called, I'll never remember what it's called. It's like a chain, kind of. Everyone talks about it, and it sounds, no, not banquet. I don't know. If you know what I'm talking about, let me know. Laura's birthday's November 3rd. So's mine. Is there legal reasons you can't say what you're making, or is it because it's a secret? Well, I'm trying not to blow my load too early because this thing doesn't come out till spring of 2018. I feel like if I tell you everything or reveal all the secrets, I mean, not that there's anything like, well, there are some unique recipes in there, I feel like, and I don't want people to copy or try and make it before I even release it. Stuff like that. I mean, I think we should leave some stuff as a surprise because then you'll actually want to buy it, which there is many, many reasons why you should buy it because there's going to be recipes that are only in the book. Most of the recipes in the book are totally brand new. There's only like a handful from the existing blog going in. So, yeah. Cafe My House, yes, I've been to there. I love it. Grow Your Roots is new. Haven't gone there. There's something else. Anyway. Yeah, I said blow my load, sorry. My carnivore husband loves the pumpkin cheese sauce, said Kathy. Yes. What made you want to do a live stream? Said Veggie Annabelle. Because I didn't shoot a weekly vlog, and I couldn't shoot a what I ate in a day this week. I would have had no time to edit it. And it's honestly easier to go live because I could just go, I'm going live at this time. I show up, I make some food, I eat, we chat. Shooting and editing is like a whole big long thing. Like, I don't think you realize, I'm not complaining, but like so much work goes into vlogging. Speaking of which, Casey Neistat is what? Stopping his daily vlog because it's too much damn work. And he's probably like fucking has no life because of it. So I am not even like anywhere near Casey Neistat, and I started daily vlogging when I first started my channel, and it was a nightmare, and I stopped after a month because I was like, or even after like 2 weeks, I was like, who can do this? And then I realized all these big YouTubers vlog daily, and that's how they probably got so big. I was like, fuck this. I mean, the point of me doing this isn't to be like a big YouTuber like Casey Neistat, but like daily vlogging is a lot of work. He has a wife and a kid. And as much fun as his life looks, I'm sure it's amazing, and he's thankful and all these things. He needs a break. So me trying to put out 3 videos a week was so much work. When I started working on the cookbook, I like could not do it. The cookbook production basically replaces my channel because Hot for Food has to remain every Wednesday. My channel, I feel like I can be a little more forgiving. I don't look at my channel as like the main priority. I look at Hot for Food's YouTube channel as the main priority, and mine is secondary. And you're here and you're watching, and you like, you know, you send me messages on Instagram and Facebook and all over the place. So I feel like we're still in touch even if I'm not vlogging or doing what I ate in a days. And I'm just trying not to worry about it because I just have to focus on this book. And once the book production is done, I honestly need to go on a vacation. So I probably won't do anything for a month. And then I will come back and I'll be ready to vlog and shoot lots of stuff. Bridgehead, yeah, I've been there. Love Bridgehead in Ottawa. Chana said. There's another place though. Damn it. There's another place, and I feel like it starts with a B. The Table. Is that like the by weight place? I went there. Okay, whoops. Missed all the comments. Have you ever had Go Veggie cheese? Which one? Because it's not vegan. Go Veggie. The cheese slices have casein. I do have some Follow Your Heart shredded mozzarella in the fridge that I have yet to use. Is that kombucha? No, this is vodka, fresh orange juice, ice water, and lime juice. When am I coming to Peru? Oh my God, Carol. I'm gonna go to Peru so bad. That might be what I do in April. Yes, Berlin is a vegan mecca, and I really want to go to Berlin. I want to go everywhere. Are we out of the woods? What does that mean? Out of the woods for what? I used to make kombucha, yes, but it got infested. I had it going for like a year, and then it got infested with fruit flies. It was such a bummer. Had to toss it. So my friend has my friend took a SCOBY from me, and now he's got lots of SCOBYs, and he was like, I'd give one back to you from the original. How cool is that? But I don't have time to make kombucha right now. Obviously, I have no room. If I wasn't doing all this photography and production over here on this side of the room, I could put the kombucha over there. I love homemade kombucha. It does not come, I mean, it's so much better than like buying it. And you get so much, and it's so tasty, and it's much stronger, and it's so good. Okay. You're amazing. We don't deserve you. Okay, that's poop. That's not true. I need you. There's no point in me even sitting here without you guys. I look totally crazy. Actually, this girl came and knocked on my back door when I was doing a Snapchat promoting this. And she probably was like, what the fuck is this girl doing? And she was supposed to be going to the neighbor's house. And she was like young and cool. And I was like, oh, I want to be friends with you. And then I realized how embarrassed I was because I looked like an idiot probably as she comes to the back door. Anyway. Tanya said, I've been to Peru. They have good churros. Aren't churros like a North American thing? Why are they in Peru? That's funny. What's kombucha? Oh my God. It's fermented tea. It has really small percentage of alcohol in it because you ferment it with culture, like a live culture. And it's like tangy and sour, and then you can add, so you can like mix it with green tea or peach tea or like any type of tea, and then it'll have that taste. It's so good. And then it looks disgusting. You have basically this canister, this big like 4-liter canister, and the culture is like a disc of jelly. It looks like a jellyfish. And every time you do a new batch of kombucha every 7 to 8 weeks, you get a new layer on what's called the SCOBY, which is an acronym for something. Culture of bacteria, something, something. Look it up, I forget. And then you can take off a layer of the SCOBY and give it to somebody, give them a baby, and then they can make their own kombucha. So it's very cool, but I don't have time to make it right now. I'm full. I've hardly eaten anything. I have no appetite. Ugh. Well, I was really hungry, but then Brothers Green does a kombucha recipe. So Brothers Green is hilarious, and there is a vlog where he talks about it because he makes that rice paper bacon, and he like talks about how he watched us, you know, tear it to shit on our YouTube channel, on the Hot for Food YouTube channel. And he's funny, and he was like singing a song and like putting his what I ate in a day to his own song. It was really funny. Symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast. SCOBY. That is correct, James. Thank you. Everyone's asking about a book tour. So I don't know if a book tour is a thing that will or happen or not. But I'm open to it, and I definitely would like to do that because we've obviously never done meetups anytime we travel or anything like this because we usually don't have time, and it's kind of a weird thing to organize when there's not a real reason, and I feel like a book tour would be a really good idea in which to do meetups. We'd probably do it all throughout North America, though. And we were thinking of doing it at all the YouTube live spaces, or the YouTube spaces. Will consuming yeast give me a yeast infection? No. So here's the thing with the SCOBY, is you put sugar in it, and the bacteria culture eats all the sugar, so there's almost no sugar left in it when you drink it. So it's not going to foster yeast growth or candida or whatever. Also, can men get this? I don't know. But I also think it's not that type of yeast. I actually think it's fermented, so it's good for your gut and it's good probiotics, and I don't think it would actually start growing culture. Like the way you get that is from like refined sugar and refined flour and stuff like that. This is how you get yeast infections. So I don't think you get it from kombucha. I actually think kombucha would help it. But I could be wrong. Don't listen to me if you are sensitive to yeast, because I'm not sure. You can pre-order my book. I just don't know when. Probably sometime next year, middle of next year. Someone's asking about vegan white chocolate. It does. It's in the US. You can order it online, I think, through some certain vegan, like vegansupply.ca in Canada, and there's another vegan grocery store online for the US. I've never ordered it, although I should, because we have a recipe for white chocolate, chocolate cranberry or white chocolate cranberry bliss bars for Christmas on the blog from a couple years ago. And I actually did make it myself with cocoa butter or cacao butter, which is the fat part of the cacao bean, so it looks white and it smells like chocolate. And you mix it with soy milk powder to solidify it, and it makes your own white chocolate chips. And I put them in my cranberry bliss bars, and it was delicious. Can you do a cook with me, like post ingredients the day before and then do a live cooking thing? Yes, that would be awesome. And if we continue doing live streams, I will do that. Do I watch Degrassi? I watched the new Degrassi on Netflix not because I had to, but I had to because I've watched Degrassi my whole life and worked on After Degrassi on MTV before. And I was like, I need to see this new version on Netflix, and it was very entertaining. No YouTube space in Vancouver. This is true. But there is chow. Go eat a chow. Tori White, do we ever plan to come to Arizona? Probably. We want to go everywhere. We just need to find some dang time. I could literally travel and do my job on the road, but John is the problem. His job makes him travel all over the place. I can't go usually if I'm, but I could if I would if I could. So yeah, we want to go everywhere. I watched Degrassi back in the 90s. I watched Degrassi back in the 80s. I'm old. Have I ever met Drake? Yup. I have a Drake interview on my channel. It's like 3 minutes long. It was the shortest Drake interview ever. It was at the Junos in 2010 in Newfoundland. Can you do another video with Edgy Veg? Coming soon, top secret. We're doing a collab for something. Can't tell you what, but it's sponsored. Oh, Stephanie, definitely was the 80s. That's like original, like Degrassi times. Yes, these are giant air-fried pieces of tofu. And I bought them air-fried at the grocery store. I'll show you in a second. They came in this little package like this. And you just heat them up. Emerson Cooks! I love Emerson Cooks. Is your real name Emerson, or is that, yeah, it must be. Hi. Emerson remembers when I did mukbang with the pizza from Pizza Pie Clips. You can watch it on my channel. It was live, but I recorded it. Am I eating on a Tupperware bin? Yes. Because it's as high as the bar stool now. It's more comfortable. And this Tupperware bin is where I store food props for photography. Air fried? I don't know what that means. Sorry, I'm saying air fried, but they're not air fried. They're fried. They're probably deep fried. They're not air fried. But you can buy air fryers, which I'm curious to try because I deep fry everything. And I want to try air frying because you use like a teaspoon of oil and it like whirls it around with like a lot of air and it fries it and makes stuff crispy. I'm getting full. 21 Bahamas. Hi, girl. She said, don't say you're old. I know. I shouldn't say that. I say it kind of as a joke. I literally don't feel my age. And I sometimes, well, sometimes I do. Because sometimes when I go out in public, no, not in public, when I go out for like, oh, let's go to a bar, this or whatever, which I don't go to bars ever. But like, if I do, someone's birthday or something, I always feel old because you sometimes see people around and you're like, oh my God, like, that's what it's like to be 22 again. I forgot. Sometimes I feel old. But This doing this YouTube thing is hilarious because it actually makes me not feel old because it feels like a very young thing to do. Keeps me old. But I think I bring a certain thing to it, being that I am in my 30s. Okay, I'm not old. You're not old either. John's 28. I'm 34. 6 years apart. My parents are 8 years apart. Stephanie said, I feel old when I go to bars, but feel immature otherwise. Totally. That's how I feel. I basically feel immature, especially like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of a good instance, but I definitely feel immature. And actually, compared to like certain friends, especially friends that I've known longer, they're all married with kids. And that's always something that makes you seem older than you are. I cannot picture myself with children because I feel so immature. Like, and then I see my friends and I'm like, they have kids, and they're like, well, it's not that they're not immature, but anyway, they do seem like they're just more grown up or something. Oh my God, you teach high school, Tara. Yeah, like I went back to my high school a few years ago and I felt very old. And at that time I was still in my 20s and I was still just like, whoa, these guys are young because they're like 14. Allie said, it's refreshing to have someone closer to my age on YouTube. Thank you. I'm glad. How do I get my part so straight? Straight part. I don't know. I brush it back and then I just take my brush and I go, and it just finds itself. It's just supposed to be there. Alexi asked if I went to Planta. Yes, I went to Planta about a week ago with my friends from high school, some girlfriends, and it's gorgeous inside. And it's a little overpriced and the portions are very small. And I understand what they're doing because it's very fine dining and it's like in Yorkville, so it's very she and they have like a higher target market. So I completely get it. But the whole point is, and this is what the waiters say, it's like family style, like order this many dishes per person and everybody shares. But you get very little food, which I don't like. So you have like one little bite of one thing and that's it. Of course you can be immature and have kids. I was just saying how I felt. Llamas. I mean, you're never ready to have kids. You just have them. And I'm sure even when you have kids, you feel like, why the fuck am I taking care of this other human? I can't even take care of myself. I'm sure you go through all of the things. Like, and I just can't imagine having to also, I freak out about my own shit, having to worry about someone else's life and well-being, which makes me feel immature, I guess is what I'm saying. Sorry, I'm going off on a million tangents. Okay, so back to Planta. Those are all my thoughts on Planta. I'm not rushing to go back by any means. And I did not buy the $18 carrot hot dog, which is on the menu. Oh my God, is Ellie and Jared like hooking up? Am I missing this? Ellie was the girl that's like, I need to find a man. And then Jared's like, hey, Ellie. And then I haven't been following this matchmaking drama on my live stream. Collab with Dame Drops. Well, we kind of did a collab with Dame Drops. It was like a not an in-person collab. But he invited me and I might go to his, what's it called? He started a YouTube conference for foodies. And he said I should go. And I was like, yes. And I'm going to make a vegan panel and all this shit. Anyway, I don't know. That's next year sometime. I forget. Oh, CraveCon. And everybody that goes is not vegan. And I would just love to go and talk to foodies who aren't vegan and just like, I don't know. Oh, Ellie and Jared are daily vloggers. Oh, those are the same names I thought that were in this chat room of the girl that wanted to find the man. And then the guy that was like, hey, what's up? That's funny. Okay. I stayed in Airbnb near that Dunwell Donuts place in Brooklyn, but never went. Oh my God, you didn't go to Dunwell Donuts and you were right there? It's so good. They're like, they are the best donuts other than, well, they're pretty much comparable, if not the same, to Beechwood Donuts in St. Catharines here in Ontario. So, yeah. Sorry. What am I eating? I'm eating ramen that I made. Okay, we might have to, okay, I'm going to go offline at 8:30, so in 12 minutes. What do I think of Gary Yourofsky? Well, I watched his video, like his speech. I mean, He's great. I mean, he's doing his thing. I don't know. I don't follow him closely. Sometimes I found it a little harsh, you know, just in the way he delivers things, but I get it, and it's cool. Did I go to Champ's Diner in Brooklyn? Not this past trip, but I have gone before, and it's amazing, and I just didn't go back because there's so many places I need to try that I just didn't go back. Notice me, damn it, said Lisa. Hi, sorry. Do you care about how many of your viewers are or aren't vegan? No, I don't care. If you mean like, I don't know what you mean, but people are going vegan from watching my videos, so that's cool. Or they're trying to go vegan. Was the Airbnb host in New York pissed that you left, or was she cool? No, she was totally pissed, and she harassed me over the message thing on Airbnb for like a day and a half. And I told her to fuck off, basically. And I told her she was insane for charging that much. It was really bad. And I waited to see if she would write me one more time before I contacted Airbnb. And I was like, get this fucking person off Airbnb. And she was like, you're crazy. You shouldn't be on Airbnb. You should be banned, this and that. It was ridiculous. I'm never using Airbnb again. Sorry. My favorite Coconut Bliss ice cream is the Maca Mocha Crunch. Oh yes, I have some Coconut Bliss in my freezer that's been in there for a long time. It's not Maca Mocha Crunch, which is why it's still in there. I haven't finished it because it's not as good as that one. Mommy Tang's back. Hi, Mommy Tang. What do I think about vegan gains? I don't know. I've not watched his videos. Once I saw him at Doomy's, the Doomy's media launch party, but I didn't really know if it was him. I didn't say hi because, I don't know, I wasn't really around him or anything. And anyway, I don't know. I mean, I think he's a little controversial, and I don't really mess with that shit. I literally don't care about the people, like the echelon of vegan YouTubers that are like, you know, clickbaity and fighting with each other and all this bullshit. Like, I don't fucking care about that. So that's my opinion on that. But I'm sure he's great, and he's spreading the vegan word, and if you connect with him and you vibe with him, great. Everybody don't have to watch everybody because we don't have time. How did I come up with the YouTube name Hot for Food? Well, first it was a blog. It was called hotforfoodblog.com. And I started it when I was not vegan, and I was unemployed from television. And I don't know how I came up with the name, but one day it just clicked, and I was like, Hot for Food, and I wanted to have this like sex appeal to it. And I was gonna go like super overboard with that, where I was gonna make everything like really like food porn, like even we teeter on that, but it's not like gratuitous, or like I don't use like sex language in my like writing. But at the beginning, I thought that that might be a cool angle because that's how much I love food more than sex. So anyway, so that's where I came up with that name basically, and it just stuck. And now I'm so glad. Hot as fuck food. Imagine that's what it was called. Hot as fuck food. See, the problem is like now you can't even swear when you're talking about your food because then it sounds like you're copying Thug Kitchen. Which is like, sometimes I think that it's like, oh, everyone's just trying to be like, fuck, this looks fucking so fucking good. And then it's like, oh, okay, Thug Kitchen already did that. But I do like saying the F word a lot. And always have. So sad the live stream is over. Yes, in 8 minutes. I'm sorry. Who doesn't like food more than sex? Let's get real. True that, Sandy. Homemade vegan bread, Maggie asks. Oh my God, I'm having a nightmare with the yeast in the flour right now. I don't know why it's just not working that great. I'm going to go back to it when I'm feeling a little more on it. Do you ever get flack from people for not having children? No, I don't get flack from people. What's great is my family doesn't really seem to care. You know, it's not like they're like, are you having kids? You're going to have kids? Like, they literally don't care. They're off my back about shit like that. Worst ways to describe food: using fuck, food porn, or organism in my mouth. Orgasm. See, I actually think that's the best way to describe food. I don't know if you've seen the Hot for Food channel trailer, but that's basically what I say. Is I say, we want you to have an orgasm while watching our food videos. I'm half joking, but I'm half serious. Okay. Do I take any supplements for my immune system? Yes, I take oregano oil, vitamin C, like camu it's called. I'll show you in a sec. And I just got this elderberry stuff. In fact, we should be taking some right now. So because I've been sick, I've been taking zinc, oregano oil, veg caps. Where's the other thing I just got? Oh, this is echinacea and astragalus. I don't even know what that means. But I took this before, and then I had all this energy, and I went to yoga, and I have all this energy now. I feel like this helped me. I ordered this online. Can you see it? Tasted good. Elderberry juice is nasty. No, elderberry is amazing, I thought. I thought this had elderberry in it. I guess it doesn't. Tastes good, though, whatever they put in this. I don't even know what they put in this. Red raspberry juice, black elderberry. Oh, yeah, it's delicious. You like the pattern. Okay, this is a fucking mistake that the damn Tylers did. This, I mean, who cares? But, like, I don't care anymore. But when I first walked in, I was like, are you kidding me? It's supposed to be a chevron. It's supposed to go down like this. Look that up. Chevron backsplash. It's, like, very common. I walk in, and they're fucking sideways. What is this? I was so pissed. Obviously, I'm still pissed about it. If you ever have to renovate, don't. It's a nightmare. What else? I thought it was herringbone. No, I don't know. This is called chevron, this like diamond shape. Do you care about organization and cleanliness? Well, does it look like I'm not organized? Usually I am pretty organized. But this is all from tonight, right now. Every time I finish in the kitchen for the day, I clean it up, like I tidy it up, and it's all nice. And right now the house isn't exactly cozy. It's like food exploded everywhere. I have like 4 extra boxes of food supplies over in the living room area. It's pretty much a mess, but you know what? I just got to go with it for now until I'm done with this cookbook. House tour. There is a house tour part 5, the day we moved in. There's really been no point in doing another house tour video because there's nothing different from when we moved in. Literally everything is the same. It's like we just moved in. So once we get things a little more home-ish looking, then I'll do another home update. Like we have a stupid old couch. Like we need a new couch. We need a bed frame because our bed's on the floor. Why no microwave? Well, I always had microwaves growing up. They're very convenient. And then I didn't have one for a long time when I moved into John's apartment. And we just heated everything up on the stove. And then I thought, I don't need a microwave. It takes up so much space on the counter, and we have no space left. We have toaster, blender, food processor. So I just didn't think we needed a microwave, and I don't need one. I like heating it up on the stove. It tastes better, heats more evenly. Things in the microwave get so fucking hot in the center, and then like they don't get hot on the outside. So anyway, yeah. We need to throw you a housewarming. Yeah, I feel like once I get the house in more of an order, then I can do like a housewarming vlog, which is like, I don't know what that is, but like something more fun. I have essential oil diffusers. Is that what you're wondering? I have them all on every floor of the house. So I have 3, and I'm giving them as my gifts this year for Christmas. It's my gift of 2016. Upper limit problem. Selena. Well, that's what I talked about the other day, and I read about it. Gay Hendricks is the author of a book called The Big Leap, and they talk about the upper limit problem, and I read about it on Marie Forleo's website. And I didn't quite go much further than that, but it's essentially what I mentioned at the beginning of this live stream is that you sabotage yourself. So you get all this, it's like, how much are you really willing to allow yourself to have success, wealth, health, happiness, and all these things? Our ego or our subconscious almost wants us to stay limited and small and not happy. So it tries to sabotage us, you, your other self, your ego. into not going after or getting what you really want, or allowing it all to come to you. Hence why I probably got sick. I was having a hard time the last 2 to 3 weeks. Got sick because I'm like almost trying to stop myself from doing the work that I know I need to do, that I want to do. Something like that. It's a pretty vague description right now because I didn't dive deep into that. But if you're interested, it's called The Big Leap. It's a book by Gay Hendricks. Oh, okay, sorry guys, it's 8:29 p.m. But there's more people watching. But a 2-hour live stream seems kind of crazy, doesn't it? Oh, my drink was orange juice, water, ice, real orange juice from this orange that I squeezed, and lime juice from the lime that I squeezed, and vodka. Don't leave! I think I need to leave because I need to clean up this freaking mess, and then I'm going to try to go to bed early. Just because I should and I want to. Bye, yo, bye. You have a math test. Okay, Tony. You're going to do great. And fuck math. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I hate math. I suck at it, and I never did good at math until I was in senior year of high school. Okay. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Sorry I can't share my ramen with you because I can't even finish it. I'm going to have to put it back in the container. And we'll be back next week with something, possibly another live stream / mukbang / something. Or if I really feel ambitious, I will shoot a vlog or what I ate in a day. But I'll keep you posted. So keep following me on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram at Lauren Toyota, because I put updates there. And Snapchat is hot for food. Snapchat is hot for food. And go watch Hot for Food's Thanksgiving Challenge right now on YouTube because it's awesome. And John's fucking killing me again with his damn cauliflower roast. But he's definitely ahead by like 2 or 3 challenges at this point. Got stuck watching Jimmy Fallon and Nicole Kidman. Oh my God, it's so good. Go watch Jimmy Fallon and Nicole Kidman's 2 interviews. They're so funny and they make me smile this big. Nicole Kidman's amazing. Okay, Stephanie voted for me. Thank you for the waffles. I have a cold. Yeah, that's why I gotta go to bed early. That's why I gotta go. Okay, love you all. I'm gonna stop the broadcast now. Bye.